I'm Tonya and I'm an intern at the Choices program. I wanted to talk about suicide today. Suicide is the leading cause of death among people who have substance abuse disorders. As counselors and as interns, I think it's important that we all get a good vibe for what's going on with people that are suffering with suicidal tendencies. I think that we need to make sure that we understand that we always take attempts seriously and that we always follow the gate where we gather information. You guys remember us studying about that? And we reach out to a supervisor if we need to. I think it's important that we remember that suicide, when it comes to suicide, it trumps confidentiality at any time with our consumers. Also, we need to remember that there are certain stress factors that can lead to suicide, so we need to watch out for that as far as body language, changes in appearance, mood, certain things such as maybe not showing up for appointments, those kind of things, just anything that we notice that's irregular. We need to make sure we're contacting our consumer or that we're reaching out to a supervisor. A lot of things that consumers face is that they feel guilt because maybe of the substance abuse disorder that they have, or marital problems, financial problems, legal problems. So we know a lot of them face legal problems. And the most important thing is to let them know that we are there for them, to be empathetic and sympathetic. And I think that it's a good thing that as counselors that we provide to help them set goals and to offer support for them because they may not have support at home. Everyone doesn't. Another thing that I thought was important was to remind ourselves that that they are 10 times greater, like I said, to commit suicide, but that it is important that we have, it's okay to be direct and ask them, are you thinking about committing suicide? There's been studies that have shown that there's no evidence that by asking someone if they feel suicidal or are they thinking about suicide that it has caused them to actually attempt suicide. So I think it's important that we all remember that it's okay. I think it's more important to ask someone and possibly save them in a situation that could be bad than to just assume they're okay. So we know to always take it serious. We know to go ahead and reach out to the supervisor. Another thing that I thought was important was to make sure that we evaluate ourselves as counselors and make sure that we have a good view ourselves of what we understand suicide as. Maybe we've witnessed it with our family members or maybe even a personal situation ourselves, to make sure that we're aware of what suicide means and how it affects the consumer and their family. I think that if we're just aware of ourselves, we can be better to understand what they're going through at their time of crisis, and make sure that we're aware of how it will affect our work, because we may really care about our consumers and have, appropriate feelings and concerns and compassion for them and not carry that with us later on. So I think it's important we put it in its place where it goes, but at the same time, making sure that we're always aware of ourselves as counselors. I think it's good to to help the consumer find a reason to live, to help them set pro-social goals and activities for themselves. They need something to believe in. We need to help them build self-esteem in some way or fashion if we can, and be there for them. I think that there are a lot of ways that we can do that through counseling. I think it's important to speak with them and to listen, like we've always been taught, listen, listen, listen. I think that it's something that has affected me on a personal level too, so I understand that every attempt is serious. If it's someone that says, things are so crazy, I want to end it all or whatever, I just would like to say that everyone please take that serious, because I've seen that the outcome of that can be very serious. So always observe and report any concerns to your supervisors. I think that's one of the most important things that I've ever been taught to personally. And there are the other, like I said, the protective factors, and there's a National Suicide Prevention Hotline that we can, I think we should always keep resources available in our office or in a briefcase or whatever for hotlines, places that they can reach out, anything that we can do to help them. And the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which is WWWAFSP, I don't know if anyone's ever visited that website, has a lot of good information. And I just think it's important that as we remember that 10% of people that have substance abuse disorders do commit suicide. So I would just like to say that I think it would be, it's up to us to make sure that we take a proactive step and make sure that we're paying attention to that, and just help the consumer know that someone's there for them. That's all I have. Thank you.